Oh, it's a no-face movement. It's January the 16th, 2013. And I'm bringing you the RSOE report for January the 16th till January 20th, 2013. Let's start and let's get into it. Alright, as you can see, finally, it should be February the 15th, but they got February the 14th, so we're going to put warnings and watches for February the 14th and 15th for Asteroid 2012 Da14. It comes 0.09 lunar distance. Alright, it's coming really close to the Earth, folks. Alright, it's going to be underneath GPS satellites and a whole bunch of other satellites. Alright, it could hit a satellite and cause disruptions up there, and it could hit Earth. They can't predict where this thing is going. It's coming too close. You got to think the moon's gravitational pull, and you got to think of the Earth's gravitational pull. When there's high tides, because the moon is fully blown, shining, and it's stuck in the water. Or if it's a high tide around that time, and the moon is fully out, the moon is going to cause it to come off its path. But if there ain't no full moon, and the comets are just coming right by, and it's not lining up with the sun, we got a chance of this thing curving, coming into Earth's atmosphere from our gravitational pull. So of course I got warnings and watches out for 2012 Da14, and you can check my other videos out about that asteroid. We got a couple asteroids and one comet coming near us this year, and of course we're going to be on top of that, and we're always looking for new asteroids, meteorites, comets, small planets, and minor planets out there. Alright, let's get into super volcanoes. On January 16, 2013, island of Thera, Greece, the Sanatorian volcano. Alright. On January 15, 2013, state of California, USA, Long Valley Cauldron. Alright. Let's keep going. January 16, 2013, state of Wyoming, North America, Yellowstone Cauldron. January 16, 2013, state of Idaho, USA, North America, Island Park Cauldron. Alright, I'm going to tell you something. In my heart and in my gut, Island Park Cauldron and the Yellowstone Cauldron are connected. The days, every single time one's active, the other is active at the same time. Alright, folks, let's move on. There's Ingmang in the Indian Ocean. It's a tropical depression, and it might increase. I'm going to bring you that in our next report on Intelcast. Alright. Alright, let's do 4.0 and above, volcano earthquakes and North American earthquakes. We had a 4.7, the Solomon Islands. We had a 3.6, California on top of a volcano. Alright. We had a 2.5, United States, California on top of a volcano. We had a 2.8, Europe, Italy on top of a volcano. We had a 3.0, North America, Alaska on top of volcano. 2.4, North America, United States, Nevada. A 2.4, North America, New York. Yes, I said it. 2.4 earthquake. United States, New York, New York. We had a 2.0 earthquake in the United States at Hawaii on top of volcano. We also had a 4.6 earthquake in Indonesia. 2.5, North America, Nevada. We had a 2.0, North America, United States, California. We had a 2.1 Syria on top of volcano. 2.1 United States, Alaska on top of volcano. 4.6 Japan, a 4.6 Japan. A 2.0 United States on top of volcano. A 3.1 Caribbean. A 4.6 Chile, a 4.6 Chile. A 2.8 California on a volcano. 2.0 California on a volcano. A 2.7 Greece, South Aegean Sea on top of volcano. 2.6 California on top of volcano. A 2.5 Turkey on top of volcano. A 2.8 North America, Hawaii on top of volcano. 4.7 Papua New Guinea on top of volcano. A 4.7 Papua New Guinea on top of volcano. 2.0 North America, United States, California. 4.9 Philippines. 5.0 Philippines. 2.4 United States, Alaska on top of volcano. 4.9 Indonesia. 2.0 United States, America, Alaska. A 4.7 Japan. A 5.0 Japan. A 3.5 British Virgin Islands. Alright, before we get into warnings and watches, I want to show you this map. Alright, we're at harpstatus.com. And I still got warnings. Now I got warnings for a major earthquake for the next 24 to 72 hours. Right here on the west coast of the United States of America. Definitely in California. It looks like HAARP is going at it hard. All the way down here to Baja, California. I'm going to bring you another video. I got warnings and watches for earthquake or severe storms out here in the Central Plains and West Coast. I got warnings and watches for a severe storm that is going to come push its way through here. And I got warnings and watches for earthquakes and severe storms for the Northeast, the Midwest, the South. Alright, through Georgia, South Carolina, northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, up through the Midwest. Alright, as we move down, I got warnings and watches. I'm about to bring you guys individual videos on this, a deeper look. But I got warnings and watches for earthquakes, as you can see, in Central Europe, around Italy, France, Poland, Greece. Alright, folks, and you guys in Australia, you guys are safe right now. I just want you guys to be prepared with those the heat wave and the fires. Alright, now let me go out for warnings and watches for the nation. Alright, here we go. I'm pulling warnings and watches for moderate to severe earthquake, all the way up to a 6.0 to 7.0 in Alaska. I'm pulling moderate to severe earthquakes on the west coast of Canada, all the way from a 5.0 to 6.5. I'm pulling moderate to major earthquake on the west coast. Alright, that's from a 5.0 to above. Alright, I mean like above 7, maybe an 8. And I'm putting warnings and watches in the state of California, in the country, Baja, California, Gulf Coast, for a major earthquake in the next 24 to 72 hours. Put warnings and watches for moderate to severe earthquakes on the New Midge fault line, and on the fault line on the east coast that connects all the way to the Caribbean. I'll put moderate to severe earthquakes warnings and watches for Central America. Moderate to severe earthquakes warnings for South America around Peru, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, and on Argentina's east coast. I'll put moderate to severe earthquakes warning for Central Europe around France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Ukraine, Greece, Turkey, Yugoslavia for the next 24 to 72 hours. And I put moderate to severe earthquakes for Greenland and Iceland, since we have a wave of solar wind that's coming in that is charged particles. Alright, and I got warnings and watches for all volcanoes in North America, South America, Greenland, and Europe, and Asia on red alert. I'm also putting warnings and watches for moderate to strong earthquake for the Middle East, around Saudi Arabia, Syria, Iraq, Iran. I'm putting moderate to severe earthquakes in India, but moderate to major earthquake possibility in the Indian Ocean. I'm putting moderate to major earthquakes for the next 24 to 72 hours. Yes. In Russia, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, China, Thailand, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, and Australia. Alright. I'm definitely putting moderate to severe earthquakes. At least a 7.0, definitely in New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, because it's been too quiet. And I'm putting a major earthquake watch for Japan and Asian, the Eastern Asian continents. I'm putting moderate to major earthquakes for the next 24 to 72 hours anywhere in the Pacific Basin. And I got a red alert still on volcanoes in Hawaii and minor earthquakes for Hawaii. Alright, I want everyone out there, be prepared, have a bug out kit in your home, in your place of business, in your car. You never know when a national disaster, catastrophic event could happen. We're having a lot of stuff. We're lined up with the Central Galactic Plane. We got solar maximum. We got something terraforming our Earth in all different kinds of ways. So I want to keep you guys up with the latest news. This is the No Face Movement. Please rate, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Blogspot, Critterbox, Godlike Production. Please rate, subscribe, and comment. And if you subscribe, you got a chance to enter Mystique's giveaway. I think it's in the next week or two, right, Mystique?
Yes.
Alright, and she's going to explain that more in one of my next videos. But in my next videos, we got some breaking news on the East Coast. This is the No Face Movement. Moving to next time. Facing off.